Welcome back to SDA Academy. This is Thiago. In this series, we are walking you through the software-defined automation platform to help you have the best experience during your free trial period. In today's lesson, we are diving into a critical feature for any PLC engineer, project backups. In this fourth lesson, we will show you how to securely backup your PLC projects to the software-defined automation console. With SDA's backup feature, you can securely protect your PLC projects and backups with minimal hassle and expense. Let's get started and see how this feature can safeguard your work and streamline your processes. In this lesson, you will learn the benefits of software-defined automation's backup possibilities, how to enable backups on your PLC, how to schedule backups, and the different backup options. You may know that on-premises PLC backup, in addition to being a long and tedious process, is also risky. It's a manual process, often siloed by the PLC vendor, which leads to inconsistencies and make tracking changes difficult. This lack of traceability can be a significant issue, as it's challenging to ensure that all backups are complete and up to date. Furthermore, on-premises backups are not secure and resilient, leaving them vulnerable to physical damage on site, such as fires or floods. They also pose a risk during ransomware attacks, as your data, software, servers, and licensing are all at risk. The vulnerabilities inherent in on-premises PLC backups highlight the necessity of a more secure, traceable, and resilient solution. Given these challenges, it's clear that a more efficient and secure solution is needed. That's where our platform comes in. Our backup feature is designed to address all these issues, providing a seamless and automated process that ensures our data is always saved and easily accessible. Let's take a closer look at how it works and how it can transform your PLC backup strategy. Once you are logged in, you'll see the devices screen. As you already know from previous lessons, we have three different listed gateway devices, each one from a different vendor PLC. Let's select one of these PLCs. Before continuing with the lesson, an important highlight must be made. We have already alerted you in previous lessons that these gateways, which are devices that work to establish a VPN connection between your network and the PLC network, are fake gateways, so they are not able to establish real connections to the PLCs. To execute real backups, the gateway needs to be connected to the PLC and to the SDA cloud. That's why in your free trial you'll see this screen with all these failed connectivity checks under the Control Configuration tab. To be able to run successful backups, you need to have all the connectivity checks passing, like on this screenshot. That's a limitation that you need to be aware regarding these existing assets that you have in the free trial environment. After the last lesson of the SDA Academy trial series, we will provide instructions on how to configure a real gateway and connect your PLC to the SDA cloud, giving you real hands-on experience with backing up a PLC. With all this explained, let's proceed with the lesson. To enable backups, you need to proceed to the Code Backup section. You will see it disabled. The only available option for these PLCs will be deactivate the backup for an existing PLC project. Let's explore this one first. This option will try to create a backup on the selected project once it's activated. You need to select a project linked to this PLC. If we had more than one project linked to the PLC, we would see the other projects in this drop-down menu too. After selecting the project, we now need to schedule when we want to run the next backups. You can select a backup time, which is in the UTC time, and the weekdays on which you want to trigger the backup pipeline. Let's confirm the backup schedule and click on the Enable button. After enabling the backup, the software-defined automation cloud will try to run the backup on the selected project. But since we don't have connectivity because of the dummy gateway, the backup job will fail. With a real gateway connected to the PLC through a valid connection, the backup job should be successful. You can onboard a real gateway and connect it to your PLC, but that is a topic for a later lesson. Going back to the code backup section, now we have this configure button, which is related to notifications. Let's check this out. On this screen, you can configure backup related notifications. It's possible to select which recipients should receive notifications and on which occasions. If you want to send notifications when a new project version is created after a backup, mark this new version. If you want to send notifications for failed backups, check this option. If you want to send notifications for successful backup jobs, check this last option. Keep in mind that this menu is a list of users, so if you have more users in your tenant, you would see all of those users here and can select which users would receive notifications. You can also trigger manual backups by clicking on this Backup Now button. On this PLC, you will see this error message, warning that we don't have a project deployed to the given control, due to the connectivity limitation that you are already aware of. To update the current configuration, just select the new configuration in the panel and click on the Update button. To disable the current backup configuration, just click on the three dots menu and confirm the Disable Backup option. As a final note, this connectivity limitation also explains why this Activate the Backup for the last deployed product version is disabled, because we don't have deployed versions. But as soon as you onboard a real gateway and connect the gateway to your PLC, you can select this option as well, which will back up the last deployed version running in your PLC to the software-defined automation cloud. That concludes our current lesson. Today we learned how to configure backups for PLC code efficiently using software-defined automation's console and how this feature can give you maximum backup protection. With all that covered, we wrap up our fourth lesson in your software-defined automation trial environment. Check out softwaredefinedautomation.io and docs.softwaredefinedautomation.io for more content, and don't forget to watch lesson 5 about AI-generated code documentation. Thanks for watching.